Kylie Jenner recently sat down with Vanity Fair and admitted that being an influencer has started to feel draining. Her reasoning? Everybody has a brand now. It's harder to hold people's attention.
But after launching another random business and getting caught doing ads for a weird mobile game called Travel Town, the allegations are that Kylie is broke.
Her shit is going under. Like, what happened to Kylie's skin?
Now look at the rest of her year. The billionaire title Forbes once gave her, stripped, with the magazine alleging a web of lies. Her big fashion comeback, accused of being a copycat before it even launched. 2 of her former housekeepers suing her in the same month. And a Vanity Fair cover so altered her own fans asked why her skin had been darkened. She says the work is what's draining her. By the end of this video, you'll see what's actually draining away, and why the most carefully manufactured celebrity of her entire generation is finally running out of things to manufacture.
Ever since I was probably 15, I've been obsessed with lipstick, and I was insecure about my lips.
I know my lips look really cute. You guys, I look hideous. Why didn't you tell me?
To understand the fall, you have to understand how she was built. Because Kylie Jenner was not raised, she was assembled.
Kylie's a really strong little girl. She's our little angel. We couldn't ask for anything better.
Kylie should not be dressed like that. You're dressed like a 30-year-old.
Her older sister Kim was a flywheel. Scandal in, attention out. Products sold. Kylie is something colder. Kylie is an assembly line. Every single part of her was engineered to be sold. The face, the billion-dollar title, the brands, the boyfriends, and now an acting career. Each one a product, rolling off a line her mother built. And the line has exactly one rule: never stop, never look back, never admit the last product was defective. Just retool and ship the next one.
What happened to Kylie Baby? And now Kylie Cosmetics is about to be no more?
The sale has laid bare one of the Jenner family's biggest secrets, which is Kylie Cosmetics is not nearly as big of a business or as successful of a business as they spent years leading the entire world, including Forbes.
I hate even having this conversation over and over and over again because it feels like it's a waste of my breath. Like, I've never cried about this before, but I guess it does affect me.
Every assembly line has a first product. Hers was an insecurity, and she turned it into $300 million.
It's just an insecurity of mine, and it's what I wanted to do. I'm just not ready to talk to reporters about my lips yet.
Rewind to May 2015. After months of speculation about her changing face, a 17-year-old Kylie finally addresses it on camera. She says she has temporary lip fillers. She calls it an insecurity of hers.
I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine, and it's what I wanted to do.
She says she isn't ready to talk to reporters about it because everyone always picks them apart. She later explains that a boy once made a comment that left her feeling unkissable, and that insecurity snowballed.
I had really small lips, and I didn't ever think about it until I had one of my first kisses, and a guy said to me, "Oh my God, you're such a good kisser, but you have such small lips," or something like that. And then from then on, I felt unkissable.
You felt unkissable?
I had an insecurity because this guy said something to me one time. Then I got an obsession with makeup because I would overline my lips, and it just made me feel confident.
We should name a lip kit after him.
I obviously don't think about it now.
Seriously.
Now watch the move, because this is the entire blueprint.
Hey Kylie, so tell me, have you ever done your lips?
Well, I feel like in the past I always said no. No one asked me really about my lips specifically, but yes. For about a year, I overlined my lips, and it was a really big insecurity in my life, so yes, I plumped them up.
She took the exact insecurity she had spent months denying, and she sold it. The Kylie Lip Kit launched to help you create the fuller lip she had made famous, the same fuller lip she got from a needle.
Kylie Jenner's lipstick line went on sale at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the kits literally sold out within minutes.
This is just so exciting.
By the next year, those lip kits had pulled in over $300 million. It got darker. Teenage girls started the Kylie Jenner challenge, suctioning shot glasses onto their mouths to swell their lips, some of them bruising and injuring themselves, chasing a look she'd quietly bought.
I also bruised my lips by doing the Kylie Jenner lip challenge.
And here's the receipt that exposes the whole thing. She has flip-flopped on those lips for a decade, admitted them in 2015, said she dissolved them in 2018, resumed.
Her lips have been the most requested lips that people want to look like. So her wanting to take it out is really a big to-do.
So here's the before and after of Kylie's lip redo. On Sunday, the 20-year-old confessed, "I got rid of all my filler."
Then in 2023, called the filler the best thing she'd ever done. The product was never really the lip kit. The product was the insecurity itself, packaged, branded, and sold back to millions of young girls who trusted her.
And I would just like overline my lips as much as I could. But I could never find a lip liner and a lipstick that were the perfect match. So that's how Kylie Lip Kit started.
She learned something young that would define everything after. The machine runs on attention, and the fastest way to get it was the man standing next to her.
You feel like his relationship with your sister-in-law is inappropriate?
Yes.
Tyga and Kylie, what do you think about that? Do you think Kylie's too young for him?
She's a baby. She needs to go to bed.
This is the era fans call King Kylie, and a lot of its fuel came from a relationship that, even at the time, made people deeply uncomfortable. The documented timeline is this. Kylie and the rapper Tyga first met when she was 14 and he was 21.
Now, are you smashing or now are you red shirting until you turn 18? No, I'm not dating Kylie. I'm not dating that, so I just want to get that out the way. And I want to be clear to everybody that I didn't leave my family to be with Kylie. That's ridiculous.
By her 17th birthday, footage was circulating that placed the two of them together publicly, him now in his mid-20s, and the reaction was not celebration. Critics openly used the word grooming. Tyga's own ex, Black China, the mother of his child, later pointed directly at the situation as the breaking point in her own relationship.
He started talking to Kylie, which was kind of crazy because she was like underage. I think she was like 16 or something. And we was like, yeah, I'm engaged and stuff. So that's kind of like what ended it.
How did you find out about that?
I feel like the same way everybody else did, the internet.
Other rappers reference the age gap in songs, pointedly.
With Drake even taking a shot at Tyga in a song, saying, "Act your age, not your girl's age."
The accusation that hung over the family was that they were enabling it because the attention was good for business. Whatever was actually happening behind closed doors, the public story was clear. The age gap was the headline, the family's silence was the subplot, and this is where you first see the pattern that should genuinely disturb you. Fans noticed Kylie's whole style started to shift toward the woman who came before her in Tyga's life. That wasn't a one-time thing. That became the most unsettling pattern of her entire career. Watch what happens every time Kylie gets a new boyfriend. She doesn't just date him, she becomes the woman he used to want. With Tyga, critics said she drifted toward the look of his ex Black China.
Me and Kim, we were really good friends. You know, like I was on her show and all this stuff like that. We lived in the same community. And then her little sister started, you know, talking to Tyga, which was kind of crazy because she was like underage. And everybody had kind of came at me and started attacking me. And it's like, nobody's seeing like the betrayal that was like going on behind my back of me talking to somebody, Kim, and then her little sister, which she has no control over, you know what I mean, started talking to my fiance, and then I get attacked. And it's like, how does that work? Yeah, so and then what makes it even more wilder is like even the whole thing with me and Rob, like after that, because Rob would like hit me up on the DM, and I'm like, okay, what do y'all want now?
So
like, what
it
is it?
Felt almost like
it was like, what are y'all trying to do to me now? Like, dude, why is your brother in my DM? And then I started talking to him, and I'm like, okay, like this guy's like actually really cool.
Then came Travis Scott, and fans noticed her shifting toward the aesthetic of a woman Travis was allegedly involved with, named Rojan.
Kendall, Kylie, Hallie, Haley, whatever the fuck her name is, their entire friend group are the meanest, most evil bitches you will ever come across. And if you're a fan and you ask them for a picture and they say yes, that doesn't mean that they're nice girls. I'm talking to you from experience. I'm talking to you from friends' experiences. These are the most vile, black aura bitches that you will ever come across. And if you want to give your money to them, that's your prerogative. I will tell you, I've never touched a Rhode product. I've never touched a Kylie product.
Then Timothée Chalamet. And suddenly she's drawing comparison after comparison to his ex, Lily Rose Depp, reportedly softening her style, even appearing to lighten her overall image. Fans caught her liking photos Lily Rose had posted years earlier, as if she were doing research.
Fans have started calling out Kylie Jenner for copying Timothée Chalamet's ex-girlfriend's style. So these new pap pictures came out of Kylie the other day, just walking around in her shopping. This is King Kylie era. But Kylie's normally in full beat, full glam for any pap shot. I do get why fans are comparing Timmy's ex-girlfriend, and I'll show you the picture next. People are specifically comparing this picture of Lily Rose Depp, who was with Timmy for like a year from 2018 to 2019. We got the matching black jumper, the jeans, the mask.
Since Kylie's been dating Timothy, there's been a ton of accusations that Kylie has been copying Lily, as seen here, and here with the matching socks and style, and also with Kylie posing similarly to Lily since dating Timothy on red carpets.
3 different men, 3 different exes, 3 different versions of Kylie, because an assembly line doesn't have a personality. It has a spec sheet. And Kylie's spec sheet was always the same. Become whatever the man beside her already wanted. And here's the thing. If the face could be rebuilt for a man, the rest could be rebuilt for a magazine, which is exactly what Forbes believed it caught her doing. But before the money, there's a second pattern running right alongside the morphing. Take the aesthetic, sell the aesthetic, skip the credit. Start with the lips themselves. Fuller lips have long been associated with black beauty. And here was a white teenager popularizing them, monetizing them, and for a long time crediting them to lip liner. That was the original cultural appropriation charge, and it never fully went away. Then 2015, a photo shoot for Interview magazine that posed her in a wheelchair as a fashion statement. Disability advocates called it tone deaf, using disability as a prop.
Kylie Jenner slammed for posing in a wheelchair. 2 of the shots feature the 18-year-old sitting in a gold wheelchair. Several Twitter users expressed their anger, some labeling the pictures disgusting and offending.
Then 2017, the Kendall and Kylie clothing line that printed the sisters' own faces over images of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G., dead black artists, on shirts selling for over $100. They pulled them, apologized, settled, and bring it all the way to now.
Why would I be okay with that image on top of Pac's body like that?
The Kardashians have jealously safeguarded their own brand, and they've gone after people who have tried to exploit it.
Her March 2026 Vanity Fair cover. Fans, and even a fellow actress in the comments, asked why her complexion appeared darkened, reviving years of blackfishing accusations against the whole family. Borrowing a look is one thing. In 2020, Forbes accused the family of borrowing something far more valuable: the truth. Here is the wall the entire empire was built on, and here's the day it cracked. August 2018. Forbes puts Kylie on the cover and crowns her the youngest self-made billionaire in the world. The internet already laughed at the word self-made, given the family she was born into. But Forbes ran it. Then, May 2020, Forbes publishes a story titled "Inside Kylie Jenner's Web of Lies." And the allegations are staggering. Forbes claims the family had handed them figures showing Kylie Cosmetics pulling in $300 to $360 million a year, when the real number was closer to $125 million. The magazine alleges her accountants created tax returns it described as likely forged, specifically to inflate her net worth.
While we can't prove that those tax returns the Jenners sent us were fake, we're pretty sure now that they were. And regardless, it's clear that for years the Jenners have been lying.
Now, in fairness, and this matters, Forbes was not saying she filed false documents with the government. Her lawyer fired back hard, demanding a retraction and calling the forgery claim flatly false. Kylie herself tweeted that she'd never asked for the title and never lied her way to it. The discrepancy had surfaced through a real deal. When the beauty company Coty bought a stake that valued her brand near $1.2 billion, the filings showed sales far smaller than the public had been told. But the damage was done, and it was permanent. The single biggest fact anyone knew about Kylie Jenner, youngest self-made billionaire, now had an asterisk burned into it forever. Strip away the billion, and you're left with the businesses themselves, and the businesses tell their own brutal story. Because once you stop staring at the net worth, you start noticing how many of her companies actually died. Kylie Skin launched with a walnut face scrub that dermatologists warned was too abrasive for skin.
This is by far the worst celebrity skincare product I have ever come across. It has been available since 2019, and I'm not sure why it's still on the shelves. This is a walnut scrub by Kylie Skin, and it is basically St. Ives in prettier packaging. Walnut shells are extremely abrasive and cause micro tears in the skin, but if you are insistent upon using a product like this, save your $22, go to the beach, and rub your face in the sand.
So my walnut face scrub, it's really gentle. It's gentle enough to use every day. I recommend 2 or 3 times a week.
So that was a f***ing lie.
Kylie Swim sold swimsuits that customers said turned see-through the moment they got wet. Suits seemingly cut for a body that took years of surgery to build, then sold to everyone else as standard swimwear.
2021, we all got Kai swimwear. People on the internet and influencers reviewed it, noting that it was poorly made, fit absolutely no one's body type, and was extremely see-through before you went in water. I saw someone comment on Reddit how skeptical they are because her entire photo shoot was in the desert. The models having very similar body types to Kylie. One of the biggest claims from her old swimwear brand was that you couldn't swim in it.
Kylie Baby, Sprinter, launched, shrugged at, abandoned. Then came Kai, the supposed fashion comeback, and it was accused of being a fake before it even shipped. In October 2023, designer Betsy Johnson came forward claiming she had emailed Kylie's team her concepts and her line sheets 6 months earlier, only to watch Kai launch resembling her work. Another designer had raised nearly identical concerns years before, the private jet, and those infamously short flights flagged by celebrity jet trackers. While she posted about caring, the pattern is always identical. Hype it, launch it, watch it break, go silent, retool. A bad product you can quietly discontinue. But in 2021, the machine ran straight into something it could not retool its way out of. In November 2021, her then-partner Travis Scott held his Astroworld Festival in Houston. The crowd surged and compressed. 10 people, ranging from just 9 years old to 27, lost their lives. The criticism that followed was not about the tragedy itself. It was about the response. Kylie's statement said they were not aware of any fatalities until after the show, yet footage she had posted that night appeared to show ambulances inside the crowd, and it fit a longer pattern. A year earlier, the rapper Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot after leaving a party at Kylie's home. And the posts Kylie made in the days that followed struck many as tone-deaf to what Megan had just survived. The reflex was always the same: crisis, a brief statement, retreat, re-emerge promoting something new. And her biggest pivot yet was about to walk down a red carpet, holding her hand. After what may have been the least relevant stretch of her career, Kylie resurfaced attached to one of the most talked-about actors alive, Timothée Chalamet. Her sister Kendall, in that same Vanity Fair piece, framed it as the most grown-up Kylie has ever been. But the timing made people suspicious, and it's worth being honest about why. The relationship went public in heavy bursts. Concerts, the US Open, awards shows, cameras catching constant affection, right as both of them had projects they couldn't openly promote.
Thank you to my partner of 3 years. Thank you for our foundation. I love you. I couldn't do this without you.
Timothée Chalamet letting the world know he's in love with Kylie Jenner.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
To a lot of viewers, it didn't read as love. It read as a launch. Then came the actual reveal in that interview. Kylie states her plan to take over acting next, the way her sister Kim did, and the detail that says everything about the assembly line. When the interviewer asked about her dream director, she pivoted, mid-answer, to wanting more children with Timothée. Asked an art question, answered with a baby announcement, and then there's the part that's almost hard to watch. The viral clips of Kylie at these elite award events, raising a glass for a toast, and nobody toasting back. Actors blanking her on the carpet, because in their world, reality TV sits at the very bottom of the ladder. While she was busy rebranding as an actress, the rebrand she couldn't control was unfolding at home, in 2 separate courtrooms. This is the freshest wound of all, and it's the cleanest contradiction of the brand she sells. In April 2026, 2 of Kylie's former housekeepers filed separate lawsuits within a single week, one on the 17th, one on the 29th. Both alleging racial discrimination, harassment, wage violations, and a hostile work environment inside her homes. And one detail stops people cold.
Kylie Jenner is being sued by a former housekeeper who alleges the beauty mogul's team harassed and discriminated against her for her race and religion.
One housekeeper alleges that she wrote a long letter pleading for help and left it on Kylie's massage bed right before a massage. According to the suit, instead of help, the harassment got worse, and she was eventually let go. Now, the fairness here is important. The complaints largely focus on supervisors and the staffing companies, not on Kylie personally engaging in the conduct. She's named as the employer. Her representative said she hadn't even seen the lawsuit yet. But sit with the contradiction. The woman whose entire brand is the relatable every woman, now facing claims from the very people who clean her house that they were treated as less than human. Which brings us to the only question left. She's still rich, still famous, still on the cover of magazines. So what exactly has she actually lost? She's lost the one thing the assembly line was never able to build: belief. That Vanity Fair profile tried to sell a grounded, almost mythical every woman, and the internet didn't just roll its eyes. It openly revolted, calling the whole spread desperate and hollow. She told that magazine the work feels draining because everyone has a brand now, but that's not what's draining. Go back to the very beginning of this video. She said the work was draining her. The truth is the exact opposite. What's draining away is the only thing the machine could never manufacture: a real self that people actually trust. Think about why King Kylie worked in the first place. Because back then she was a messy, funny, real teenager posting on Snapchat. Everything since has been product, and you cannot sell people a human being after spending a decade proving there isn't one underneath. Behind the face, behind the billion, behind the endless reinventions, the assembly line never once stopped to ask if there was a Kylie inside. There was never any room for her to simply be herself. The machine is still running, still humming along.
Kylie Jenner, Timothée Chalamet, are they, aren't they? Because there's been all sorts of weirds. First of all, they haven't been seen together in a while.
She also had a birthday get together and he wasn't there.
Kylie is selfish. I don't think Kylie has any genuine interest in Timothée. Kylie is gonna kind of ruin some of Timothy's good luck in the industry.
It's just that nobody is buying what it makes anymore. So that's the Kylie Jenner story they'd never put on a magazine cover. If you made it this far, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell so the next deep dive finds you. And tell me in the comments, who's falling next? I've already got the playlist linked right here. Go watch. I'll see you in the next one.